'Tis the season for holiday shopping, and whether you're hoping to grab a bargain at Black Friday sales or leave it to the last minute with an online delivery, you'll want to be wary of scammers. Simone, president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau in the Lower Mainland, joins us now to give us an understanding of what we should be looking out for. So, Simone, let's start off with some of the common delivery scams and how people might fall prey to them. What are they? What should we be watching out for?
Absolutely. I mean, when our shopping gets into gear, we start to order online, and so we start to expect more packages. And as a result, we start to see more of these phishing scams where you receive either an email or a text telling you that there's a problem with your package or they need some sort of information from you. You just need to click on a link, either download something or provide some information, and automatically you know that that's not something you want to do because that could be a risk for identity theft or even downloading some malware or spyware onto your computer. So that's one really common kind of scam we see.
All right, and I guess that must get really confusing for people, especially if they are expecting a package from said delivery company, and then they get an email saying that, you know, it's been delayed or for whatever reason. How do you know if it's a scam or if it's a legit notification?
Well, I mean, that's a really good question because scammers are getting quite smart. I mean, we know that the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, for example, has received over 6,000 reports of phishing scams, and about 25% of people have fallen prey to those scams. So, I mean, first of all, you need to ask yourself, did you order anything? I would always suggest that you keep a list of all the places that you're ordering from, tracking information, and if you do get a text or an email, don't click on the link, but instead go to the delivery company itself, put in the tracking code, and then check it that way.
Good advice. All right. And, you know, we mentioned Black Friday, of course, Cyber Monday, just days away. What are some tips to get the best value for your money here?
Well, first of all, I mean, just like any time of the year, you really want to shop around. Just because something says it's on sale doesn't mean that that's going to be the best price for you. You might be looking at an offer where the sale price has been bumped up or the retail price has been bumped up and now they've dropped it down. So I would look at other websites and other companies and see if this is the right business for you. And also, of course, make sure that you're dealing with a business you can trust. Start with, you know, I'd love it if you could start with an accredited business and make sure that they're a company that are going to stand behind what they do. Beyond all of those kind of things, then you can do things like make sure you sign up for their alerts to see what their offerings are, and then of the day, just try not to get pulled into the pressure to buy right now because you really want to do your research before you give your credit card.
Yes, and I think it was just yesterday we were running a story about unconscious spending and how, you know, some of those deals can lure you in to spend really beyond your means right now because we know that times are tough. Are there any other scams that people should be watching out for right now?
Probably the biggest that we see is phony websites, and that's where they're offering a really good deal through either a social media feed or online. You click on it and order it, but nothing comes or it's not as promised. So again, this is where it's a really good opportunity for you to vet the business you're dealing with, check with BBB, type it and see if they've got a long track record. When you do your search, type the company's name plus scam in Google. Those kind of things can give you some information about who you're dealing with.
All right, considering that so many of these scams are pretty much all of them are online based, you know, some people might just prefer to go in store and purchase what they're looking for.
And that's a great tip. I mean, I'd love it if everyone started local, support our local community, and now more than ever, I think that's a great way to get out and do that. When you are shopping around, just make sure you understand their refund policies, make sure it's written down and that you understand that whether you have a right to return something or not.
Absolutely. All right, Simone, great tips. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.